All right, these are bait finesse cover jigs. What are they? I'm gonna tell you exactly what they are and how to fish them. Summer is coming, it's mid-spring right now, and when it comes to bait finesse fishing, if you want to fish cover, these are gonna be it. And here's one thing I want to start off this video by saying. There's a misconception of what bait finesse is. A lot of people think bait finesse is all about ultralight fishing. You could put thin line on an ultralight rod on a bait casting reel, ultralight bait casting reel, such as a BFS reel. Sure, you have a lot of fun. I've been showing everyone how fun it is. However, I want to let you know, bait finesse is a tool that is tournament ready, and you can fish in cover using heavier rods from light plus to medium light, or potentially even heavier. Bait finesse was a solution for fluorocarbon line. It's something that spinning reels couldn't do. That's why bait finesse was born. So for these stuff, plan to use 8 to 14 pound fluorocarbon line. Anyhow, let's get this video started, and I'll talk to you all about these and all the different brands we have here. Okay, so I want to get straight to the point. You guys have been seeing me fish bait finesse with more American lures. So this specific jig right here, this is from TT Lures, but it's sold in US under Z-Man. Okay, this is, and I'll bring the box out for you guys. Okay, here you go. This specific one here, TT Lures, Ned Lock EWG, 1/10 ounce. And I put basically the TRD finesse lures on, like the TRD crawl. A lot of fun, catch a lot of fish. Here's one TRD bugs, a lot of fun. But I want to show you guys something a little bit different from the Japanese side. You can see that most of these hooks are going to be thinner. So I'll compare all of them so that you see it. And this is going to be so much fun because most of these are very light, so they actually drop very, very slow. In fact, it's made to fish in cover, like sparse cover, woody cover. If you have weeds, you have some open spots, you throw it in, you let it fall slack line, or you get very close, you have a long rod and you just jig it, okay? And it could catch fish. Okay, so I'm gonna actually keep this one last because that is actually probably the beefiest one. I'm gonna start with this one because I think most people know this one because it's been in the US for quite some time. This one's called the Mono Spin Jig from Keitech. Okay, this specific one here, 16th ounce, a size 3. That's a small hook. And these, come on, focus. The skirt material is very, very thin. In fact, let me just grab an American jig for a second. I see one hanging right here. This one here is the Z-Man, the Midwest swim jig. Okay, and if I put this together, you can see that the skirt material is a lot thinner. So it's gonna be really cool if folks are in the US, okay, companies in the US want to create some sort of bait finesse jigs. Try to use something thinner, okay? Try to use something thinner. Anyhow, let me put this back to the side because this one is irrelevant. Very, very thin hook. You have one thin guard, okay? And what's really cool about this guy here, and I did it in Florida, was that when my plastic trailer was gone, I just threw it out there bare as is because look at this. It looks like a bug altogether. I was still catching fish, exotic fish, without any trailers. But if you want to put a trailer, it's basically using the Keitech, their famous tungsten jigs where they have this longer collar here. And it's hard to see because of all the stuff. But there is a collar here. And at the end of the collar, it's kind of pointed out so that it will hold on your bait, okay? It will slide down, sure, but it wouldn't rip it if you have, say, a wire style weed guard. In fact, I do have some Keitech stuff here, a jig. Give me 1 second. Here we go. We have some round jig, okay? The super round jig head. See that? That's basically what it is, okay? And that's how they hold their bait. They let it slide so it doesn't rip because their plastic are so fragile. They want to slide. And if the fish let go, they let go. And hopefully that will reduce the tearing of plastic. And in my experience, it does reduce the tearing of my plastic, which is why I love it. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is Shaggy. Okay, Shaggy's from Jackall. Okay, if you take a look at it, this guard here is a little bit thicker than this guy here. So how I would fish these two, different. This here, the lightest structure out there, I'll use this one. This right here is a little bit stiffer so that it ensures that it won't get snagged on the stuff. But what I like about this one compared to this one is, you see that extra long couple strands of very thin silicone strands. That is really cool. Okay, that is very, very cool. And let me show you the hook. Again, it's pretty thin. The Shaggy does have a bait keeper. It's made of wire. Okay. And I'm gonna take this other one back, the Keitech, so you guys can see the weed guard. It's really hard to see with all that skirt material, but from what I see here, right, and I'll try to put it close as possible. Hopefully you guys can see through it. This guy here, the mono weed guard from Keitech, is thinner than Shaggy. All right, the next one we're going to talk about is the DStyle, the jig cover. And if you look at it, you see clearly this guy here has multiple, and it's pretty thick too. I think it's about the same, a little bit thicker than that, okay, for the weed guard. It has 4 strands, and you guys could brush it left and right if you guys want to. And there's a reason why this one also costs the most, okay? So first and foremost, the hook is the thickest out of all of them. In fact, let me grab that TT lures. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so not as thick as TT lures, but this one is the thickest hook. Okay, it's a thicker weed guard, or more weed guard. It does have a bait keeper. Okay, and this one here is definitely for the bigger fish. So you're finesse fishing for bigger fish and potentially even heavier cover. So when you go fish in the summertime where there's weeds and also wood all together, your 3-pound fish could be a 10-pound fish, right? So you have something like this, you might bend it out with that hook. So yeah, this guy right here is definitely something I would use, probably I guess in thicker cover. And I guess I'll put them side by side for you guys. See the hook. Can I clear it out? So hard to clear these out. Here we go. Take a look at that. Okay. It won't even focus. All right. 1, 2, and 3. They're all tied down. I forgot to talk about that by they're hand tied skirts. And I'm trying to look at this guy. It's hard to see. Is that wire or is that thread? It's black. This might be thread. It's hard to see. I can't tell this one. This one's like all in there. But this one you can see clearly it's wire. Okay, you can see the silver. Okay, the last one doesn't use any sort of weed guard via the mono guard or stuff like that. This one here is from Tiemco PDL. This is the Bait Finesse Evo Jig, or is it Bait Finesse Jig Evo? I don't know. Okay, but anyway, it comes in various sizes. This one is the 1.8, which is 1/16. And what's really cool about this one is it's articulated and it has a split ring. It comes with, I believe, a size of 1 hook. And so if this guy here breaks, bends out, rusted, no longer sharp, or you just want a different size, well, you guys can take it out and put a different hook on, and boom, there you go. And as you see, the skirt material is very, very thin, just like the pretty much every single one here. I think this might be the thickest one for the D-Jig cover. And then it has a long strand. I think this might be the thinnest. Yeah, I think the Timco is potentially, no, it may be, okay? These are so thin that it's so hard to see. But yeah, this guy here is great. And let me just take a look at the hook one more time, okay? Okay, that's acceptable. This is pretty standard. So I'm basically looking at the bend of the hook, right? Some of them, the cheap ones, like I found in Mr. Tackle box, or those type of box where they send you like crap hooks where this thing is angled up just a little bit. They never sold, which is why those subscription boxes, you just buy those very, very cheap and throw it in. It's like, hey, here's something to play with, and your plastic will always slide down. But this one's fine, and if you don't like it, change to your own terminal tackle. You have the capability to do so because it has a split ring. So there you have it, Bait Finesse style cover jigs. Very finessey, very light, and when you put the plastic on or fish without the plastic, they sink pretty slow. And fish slack line, fluorocarbon line, 8 to 14 pounds. I would say a medium light, or maybe even a light plus will be a lot of fun. Okay, so anyhow, you guys have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment below. If you guys have any recommendation for jigs like these for me to try, let me know in comments below, because I'm interested. And yeah, I'm really into this style of bait finesse going forward for bass, especially in cover, since it's going towards summer. And you guys can find every single thing you guys seen here today via the links below. Most of them from Bait Finesse Empire, but Keitech got it from Discount Tackle. Thank you for watching. The fish don't wait. Get out there, catch some fish.